This episode has been brought to you by CompleteNutra.com, whole family nutrition.
And the other cool thing you mentioned before was the mental game of it. And actually, there are studies. I don't know where the studies are, but I know if we Googled it, we'd find them of the mental cognitive benefit of dancing. Like they even say it's good for Alzheimer's patients and people that are starting to kind of experience any brain like neurological disorder, because dancing incorporates every muscle that you even forgot you had type thing. And then maybe it even brings up memories, and the music can. So anyways, but the whole learning actual dances does stimulate our brain.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I can tell the difference. Like if I haven't, done a new work in a while, like my brain isn't as on it, versus like when I've just been working with a new choreographer or, learning dances. We learn dances off of videos a lot because, often there's not the opportunity to work with the actual person. You have to take what was done and learn it that way. Obviously learning off of video is it is a different technique, because since it's a camera, you kind of have to flip the image in your mind to get like the right and the left correct, because you see the video and the left side of the screen is actually the right side of your body. So it's this
yeah, right. You got to flip it. Like you got to learn how to flip it.
So it's like, it's dual. It's like extra tricky if you're not used to that. But yeah, there's a definite, I feel like it's like 90% mental. Ballet is like 90% mental.
Wow. 90.
Yeah, I feel like it's 90.
Yeah, it's got to be a mental game. If you're saying that, you're a professional, so I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's, through, in terms of longevity of like what I've had to done to apply myself, I feel like it's more mental than physical. It's because, you can get yourself physically to a point with just like your mental dexterity. Like it's so important to be like, to have will and to be intelligent and to be just, very, very detail oriented is
and able
all
to
very
adapt.
important. Yes.
Very
and
adaptable.
able to adapt is very important. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I feel like that's just the most important skill in life in general, is just no matter what you're doing, just know how to adapt and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that if we can learn to adapt better, we can actually almost have a superpower, because we can handle really any situation that we're in.
Right.
And I think you've been trained as an athlete, so you've been trained to really like deliver, like always be, I don't know, perfect maybe, so it's like, there a mental, is there like, do you ever struggle with self-talk? I mean, how does your mental game?
Oh, for sure. I feel like that is a slippery slope and a really something that ballerinas especially like struggle with is that,
I can see that.
Achieving perfection. Because first of all, I mean, it's a super hard skill to develop, and you're always striving for perfection, but everybody knows that perfection doesn't exist. So it's this constant striving for something that you can't actually achieve. But what you're achieving is really awesome, and like you should enjoy that. So it's oftentimes, we'll get so caught up with how we want things to be that we're not appreciating what we've actually achieved. So that can be a downfall of our perfectionism, but it's also, that's why we've gotten there. And that's why we're so good, is because we're always, asking ourselves for more. So it's just a balance. It's just, pushing yourself and being hard on yourself when you need to be, and then like giving yourself a break too.
Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, in order to achieve great things, like there is a sense of high standards, excellence, like delivering. It's not like, it's okay, it's good enough. Like, no, coach isn't going to let you be it's good enough. Like, this is what we need. You're not like, if you're a singer, if you're, I think a lot of times people in the physical arts, so even like models or actors or all this stuff, there's this image and this weird, in the entertainment industry, this kind of almost weird cloud of like, you have to be perfect if you want to be this, because there's a whole bunch of other people that are going to that want your job. And like, so there's almost this form of like undertow of manipulation to say, you better stay perfect or else we're going to get someone else. Do you ever experience that too in the world of entertainment?
Like in terms of body image and things like that?
I mean, just kind of like, I sometimes just feel like this undertow that we're just required to be perfect, but you actually in one sense are, because it's your job. Like, you're a professional, you have to deliver at like excellent levels like every time. Like, you can't just be you know what I mean? It's like,
I get what you're saying, and it's true. And I think the secret to all this thing is like, well, what is perfect? Perfect is me at my like best performance level. And like, when people see me at my best, they're going to see the perfection that can be achieved that they didn't know existed. Like, it's just, I feel like perfect it's not real, but there's each person has their shade of perfect, and it's so many different things put together, and maybe it's imperfections like involving themselves in it too. Like, every dancer has their own personality when they dance, and that's, filled with imperfections that come out as, I don't know, maybe like a softness or a hardness or whatever, just a personality.
That's what makes people special. I mean, those little, those extra pieces. Yeah.
So, and sometimes it's like this, you're so focused on being perfect that you're actually diminishing what makes you super, super interesting. So I always try and, not focus so much on the perfection, but like just the highest level that I can get. So that it's alive and it's real, versus like this like stamped, already pre-qualified perfection.
Yeah, good point.
That's not real.
Thank you for joining us for the Healthy and Family Show. Visit our website at healthyandfamily.com. That's healthyandfamily.com to see what all the other doctors, experts, and real moms have to say about keeping your whole family healthy. This episode has been brought to you by CompleteNutro.com, whole family nutrition, and aired on the Goldstone Network. People, planet, future.